Right, let's see what we feel like today. A little bit of a conditioning workout, I reckon, to end this week. Let's start off with a 30-calorie air bike. And then I think I might do a rep range of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 reps. I haven't done much alternating dumbbell snatch this week, so let's go with some alternating dumbbell snatch. Dumbbell snatch. Let's go with some over the bench jumps. That's a good one. And some butterfly sit-ups. And then let's finish off the same that we started. Let's buy out with the 30-calorie air bike. I think that will get quite spicy quite quickly. All right, let's do this. What's going on, Rockstars? Ben Lai here, Rockstar Fitness. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the RSF Strength and Conditioning Facility. So, what we're talking about today, tight shoulders. Now, for those of you who sit in front of a computer all day, spend all day in that rolled out position, you're starting to probably find you get a bit stiff in the shoulders, a bit stiff in the neck. You might start to get some headaches. For those of you who are just starting your weightlifting journey and are starting to learn things like the hang clean, the front squat, the squat clean, the thruster, the push press, the overhead squat, all that sort of fun stuff, you're probably starting to find your wrists are getting really sore. And the issue is it's not your wrist flexibility that's the main issue. It's your inability to get your elbows up into a nice high rack position. And that's just due to tight lats, tight deltoids, tight chest, tight rhomboids, basically not allowing you to get the full range of movement in that rotator cuff, in that shoulder joint. So what are we looking at today? Today we're going to be looking at a few movements that you can do both at home and at the gym to free up your shoulders, things that you can do at home using everyday tools to free up the shoulders in between the day, just to free up that neck, get your shoulders maintaining that nice neutral spine. All right, let's do this. All right, so the first thing that we're looking at today is freeing up the lat muscle groups. Just down here, these huge, large wing muscle groups that run down the side of your rib cage. If you have a really tight tissue in this lat muscle group, it's going to encourage to pull the scapula down, which means the shoulders run down too. What we're looking to do is free that up to give you a little bit more range of movement in the top range of your shoulder. So the way it rotates up, the way it rotates out, the way it rotates down and through. All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to use this massage ball. I like to use a nice big spiky one. And I'm going to position myself to the side of the wall. I'm going to bring my arm up above my head and I'm going to rest my elbow on the side of the wall. By doing it standing, I tend to get a little bit deeper into the muscle. You can do this lying down on the ground as well. I'm going to get this ball and I'm going to place it on the side of the wall and I'm going to push the middle of my lat into the ball. Now while I'm there, I'm going to bend that elbow. I'm going to just roll into that deep muscle tissue there. Now I'm not going to try and go up and down. I'm actually going to try and go across the muscle, pushing in. So rotate across, take a breath, blow out slow, come back through again, getting right up underneath that lat. Now, once you start to feel like, oh, okay, it's starting to loosen up a little bit, move it up slightly, up towards the armpit. And you'll start to feel, the higher up you go, the more you might start to feel it in the front of the shoulder. That's fine. If it starts becoming too painful, take it back down again or take a little bit of pressure off. Rolling through just like this. Easy. All right, rock stars, what we're looking at next is improving your bilateral shoulder flexion. Basically, your elbow's ability to sit up higher in that rack position, which will only improve your shoulder to overhead strength and flexibility, as well as your linear press strength, such as your bench press or your row pull. All we're going to be using is a broomstick and a bench. So we all should have one of these at home. You can do this at the gym, you can do it on a table, you can do it on a couch, you can do it on a weightlifting bench, basically as long as it's off the floor. What we're going to do with the stick is I'm going to take it up and I'm going to go to a reverse grip. So I want my palms facing me. But what I want is I want to make sure that my hands, my elbows, and my shoulders all line up. We don't want those elbows to split, and I don't want my hands too narrow. So I'm going to take them all up to align with each other. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the bench, I'm going to place my elbows on the tip of the end of the bench. I'm going to kneel down. Now shimmy back just slightly, keeping my hands in that tight neutral position. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to push my head down and through the shoulders. And I'm going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up and through again. Take a deep breath in, give the shoulders a little bit of a relax, a little bit of a shake. Deep breath in and push through again. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up again. See, the elbows are starting to get tired, so I want to pull them back in again. Get them back in alignment with my shoulder. Take a deep breath in and push through again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming back through. Now, I want to repeat this movement about, 3, 4, 5 times for anywhere between 5, 10, 15 seconds. What we're really trying to improve is that rack position. That'll make you more efficient in movements such as your push press or shoulder to head movements, and it'll also take some pressure off the wrists and make you more efficient at your front squat work, because you're not so worried about holding the weight. You can actually just sit it back and let it rack position across your deltoids and clavicle. It'll just make everything a little bit more easier, and it'll take some pressure off the shoulder. All right, let's do it. All right, rock stars, what we're looking at next is one of my go-to stretches. I love this stretch. This is the stretch that I usually use before I go into any front squat work, any clean work or squat clean work. And this is one of the main stretches that I give to a lot of my athletes to help prep their shoulders to get them up higher in that rack position. All we're using is one of these assistance bands. Now, obviously, the thinner they get, the less pull there is on them. So if you have a really tight shoulder, best not to get a really thick band. The thicker they get, obviously, the more pull, the more tension there is on that shoulder. All I'm going to do is I'm going to place the band on the ground, and I'm going to place my heel on top of the band. So I'm just anchoring it down behind me. I'm then going to take the band and put my hand all the way through it, just like that. Once my hand's through the band, I'm going to grab it and reverse it. So now my palm is facing up and out, and you can see the way that it runs between my first finger and my thumb. From here, to get it into this position, I'm just going to squat down. I'm going to sit down, bring my elbow up, and let the band sit behind my shoulder. Once here, I'm going to stand up and let the band rock back. Now, while I'm in this position, I want to keep my bicep close to my ear. Now, I'm going to just spin around slightly, bicep close to my ear, and let the elbow pull back. Now, I'm just going to take a deep breath in and try to relax the shoulder. Let it rock back that little bit further. Now, while you're here, you can start to play with the movement a little bit. I can lean to the side, try and push my scapula out to the side, come back again. I can take a step forward and let it rock back even further, depending on the flexibility of your shoulder. I can come back again and just breathe. Let it relax, let it sit. Try to drop your shoulder, don't let it hunch. Now, when you're ready to take it out and off, don't let the elbow just flip out to the side. You want to squat down, take pressure off the band, then let the hand come back out, and then stand up. Awesome, awesome stretch, and an awesome way to prepare your shoulder before you do any lifting work. Also good to do at home to help free up the shoulder and just let everything relax a little bit. Now, I would do this, 2 to 3 times on each arm for about 15, 20, 25 seconds each arm, just to try and get that shoulder to relax a little bit. You might feel quite loose after these ones. All right, rock stars, I hope you're following along a little bit and you're enjoying this so far. What we're looking at next is we're going to focus on the pecs. These ones just here, your pec major and your pec minor. If you have a really tight pec, it's going to pull your shoulder forwards. And all that's going to do is encourage the shoulders to roll forwards. What we're looking at now is freeing up this range here to allow the shoulder to sit back. I'm going to go back to my massage ball. Now, I'm going to use the wall again, so I'm going to place the ball against the wall, and I'm going to place my hand behind my back. Now, where I want to place the ball is just in this position here. So I've got a thumb width up from my nipple into the top of the pec just here. Now I'm going to press my weight against the ball, and I'm going to let it rock across towards the shoulder. Then I'm going to come back again. And you'll find it'll take a little while before it starts to break down, and you'll start to feel it. Once you get to that position where it's quite sensitive, take a deep breath in and relax into it, pushing into the ball. Rotate across, rotate back. Now these are just great ways Then you can do self-maintenance at home or at the gym. If you were to go and see a physiotherapist or a massage therapist, you might find they'll be doing that with their thumb. They'll be breaking down the same movements. These are just great ways that you can just prepare yourself at home without having to leave the house. Obviously, if you are seriously injured, it's best to go see a physiotherapist. But if you are just looking to maintain your general flexibility and mobility, then these are just great ways that you can service yourself. So massage ball into the pec, looking to repeat it for about 30, 40, 50 seconds on each side, 2 to 3 times. Flipping that side and going into the wall again. All right, let's do this. All right, rock stars, what we're looking at doing next is freeing up your thoracic spine. So basically your T-spine, it runs along the upper back, along the back of your shoulders. Now, we're going to use a roller for this movement. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lie back on the roller and let it sit just underneath my shoulder blades. Now, I'm going to cross my hands over to encourage that curling motion. Once I'm here, I'm going to curl myself into a ball. I'm going to roll to the left or to the right and then come back again. I'm going to rock across and come back again. And all I'm trying to do is break down the tightness and tissue across the back of my shoulders. Now, once you start to relax a little bit, you can roll down towards the neck and let everything open up, tilting the head back. And then as you come forwards into that same starting position, you want to put your chin on your chest and again push that upper back into the roller. Now, again, once you're back here, roll to the right, roll to the left. It's quite a nice feeling, and all we're trying to do again is free up your ability to open up your shoulder joints. So roll through, open up, down to the neck, head back, roll forwards, chin on the chest, curl into that ball as hard as you can, and roll right, roll left. Now, obviously you can use the flat roller, or if you really want to take it up a notch, you can go onto the rumble rollers, the spiky ones, and then you'll really feel a huge amount of pressure. But play it by ear to see how sensitive you are feeling on the day. Well, there you have it, rock stars. That's just a few tips that you can do at home or at the gym to release some of that shoulder tension and fix those tight shoulders to improve your weightlifting experience. Now, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. It would be awesome if you can. Other than that, see you next time.